think that if nothing else, what this next year, 2 years, however, it's going to be a really useful time to see what works and doesn't work for a lot.
Oh, this is going to be
for
new
the
experience.
game.
It's great.
You know what I mean? And the hope is, and I love how you brought up the idea of eventually maybe coming back together, where
I think we will.
You both learn so much from this time, and then you come back from it stronger in whatever form that is. To me, would be an ideal sort of resolution or experience from all this.
You know, Paul and I said 5 years ago we'd work together someday. Yeah. So we tried this summer. We met a couple times, and you know, I tried to really kind of just bring everyone together, which is what I do. Yeah. Right? Because I think we're always better together than we are apart. I think we're better with Paul, and Paul's better with us. Yeah. So I think when you go your separate ways, you're just diluting your skill sets, right? So that's why I acquire companies. Yeah. In my other business, right?
Why fight them?
Right. Acquire them. So look, I mean, at the end of the day, they got debt capital guys behind it, right? Which I get really well. I've done plenty of capital raises in my life. You know, they got debt capital guys behind it that either want to get out or get repaid, no matter how you skin it. So yeah, I think the potential will be there, but the idea would be is that we don't buy a league. We buy franchises merged together, right? You do exactly what the NFL and the AFL did, right? And the NBA and the ABA, and you merge assets. So look, if Paul can pull off the greatest media deal of all time, that brings a tremendous amount of value, an asset that currently today nationally does not exist at the MLL right now from a standpoint. Well, ESPN we have obviously, but not every game like Paul's talking about. So I love that, right? I mean, that's a big asset for us. Look, the ticket sales, that's the thing that's going to be the big kicker is the revenue piece, right? Because everything's paid for now, right? I know they're paying for NBC to televise it. It's not vice versa. So where's that revenue coming from to sustain and support that debt that's being raised, right? So I think that's their biggest challenge, right? And I'm curious to watch that play out and how it's going. I can tell you, it's not players that drive that, right? You know, I've been watching it for 10 years, right? I've had Paul Rabil play in my stadium a lot. I've had Miles Jones play against Paul Rabil in my stadium a lot, right? I've had Kyle Harrison and Paul Rabil, and the ticket sales don't match that, right? So players, the season tickets and daily tickets don't do it. It's the experience of the event that drives it. And that's where that sports marketing branding ties back in, Evan, that we miss. Go to an NFL game. The game itself is kind of part of it. If you're in the stands, it's not. You probably catch if you want to watch the game, stay home and watch it on TV. Yeah. Because if you want to go to the event, it's an event, right? I don't care what it is. Sure. My daughter's a senior at Alabama, going to the Iron Bowl. That's an event, man. Yeah. Right. That is an event.
An event with a football game in the middle.
Right.
At some point.
So I think the sports marketing people get that, and they know that you can only win so many rings. You can only have so many championships. You can only be so good so often. Yet you have to build a great community event, and you have to have that community built around you. I don't know how you build a community around a tour, and I think that's going to be an interesting challenge for them. And you know, but Paul's a smart guy, and he'll continue to work it. But you know, if that's not important and they're not trying to sell tickets, then it's irrelevant, right? But I don't know how you pay for it all. Yeah. Right. At some point in time, you need that because at the end of the day, it's about time and more than it is, in my opinion, than money. I don't think the Americans are so worried about money as much, specifically today. In today's economy, it's about time. Yeah, do I want to go take the time to spend at this event? And they're talking about a 2-day event, right? Yeah. That's a lot of lacrosse in 2 days for parents that are probably spending majority of their summer on lacrosse fields watching their own kids, which is our biggest battle in pro lacrosse right now, honestly, is that parents would rather go watch their own kids than Paul and Miles. Yeah.